This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, home of football in the scenic city. Are you ready to enjoy the beautiful game together? Today's broadcast is proudly brought to you on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Burgess delivers a straight left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front! Approaches, strikes right side, it's saved! Chattanooga Football Club wins in the shootout!
Hi Chattanooga FC fans! We've got an exciting lineup for you today as we gear up for kickoff. Jump into the conversation on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Your insights and enthusiasm significantly strengthen our community. You can find game day content, like our starting 11, game day guides, last-second information, and more now by visiting us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos. Your vibrant energy is infectious, and celebrating those moments with you is what we're all about. Using our hashtags? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga always and hashtag SomosCFC in your posts about Chattanooga. Let's unite on social media, unified in spirit. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Show the world your support for the team, from home cheers to stadium roars. It's all for the love of soccer.
Gabriel Schrei will be on the call today. We'll be going to him soon for pregame. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah,
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga football club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Welcome Chattanooga FC fans to Pre-Game Chat. We're counting down to kickoff. Today, we've got all the latest team news, key player insights, and your starting 11. Plus, we'll break down the tactics that could make the difference on the pitch in this one. Stay with us as we get you ready for game time. This is Pre-Game Chat, your ultimate pre-game destination for everything Chattanooga FC. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrei.
Hello and welcome inside of Pre-Game Chat. Well, it all comes down to this, figuratively and literally. Chattanooga has to win today to keep the season alive. Their first match outside of the United States competitively, taking on Toronto FC2. A victory keeps the season rolling and keeps the playoff dreams alive for Chattanooga Football Club and the Scenic City. A loss means the season is likely done for Chattanooga FC and fans of the franchise. So expect 110% on the field from this club and from Toronto today. Toronto, in my spotting board, getting ready for this game, in big red pen I circled Julian Altobelli. He's out. He's not in the starting lineup, and he's not on the bench, at least not on the Next Pro website. So not expecting to see number 82 today, and that's big time. 10 goals this season. He's accounted for over a quarter of all scoring for Toronto FC2. For him to be out of the lineup is big stuff for Chattanooga FC. They'll take the win where they can get it. And the other big storyline we'll be following today, a new man at the helm. The Rod Underwood era is over in Chattanooga, Tennessee. After 2 fantastic seasons and helping bridge the club's first year in MLS Next Pro, he's out. In his place in the interim, Chris Nugent, longtime Chattanooga FC star and legend. So we'll see how he can do today in trying to help Chattanooga make the final push to the playoffs of MLS Next Pro. It's the first ever match outside of the country for Chattanooga Football Club. They'll be looking to pick up a win and keep their playoff dreams alive. Last match week, CFC grabbed 2 points in New England thanks to Menjay Kwok's goal of the match week and Jean-Antoine's heroics in the penalty shootout. Toronto lost 2-0 to New York Red Bulls in New Jersey last week as well. In the first meeting of the season between these two, it was almost 2 full months ago. Back on August 3rd, CFC secured an extra point in a shootout win after the match finished 1-1 in regulation. 2 points could keep the season going, but there's actually some elimination scenarios on the table today for Chattanooga. There are 4 matches that if they go the right way, Chattanooga is out and there's no way they can make the playoffs. So Chattanooga needs some luck and they really need 3 points. We all need 3 points today here at the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Can Chattanooga overcome Toronto FC2? Can the playoff dreams stay alive? We'll find out. I'll give you the records of these 2 clubs, a couple of numbers to watch, and our starting 11 when we come back on CKRN. This has been Pregame Chat.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
Welcome to an electrifying showing of pro-side soccer under the lights. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, bringing you every heart-stopping moment, every triumphant goal, and every unforgettable play from the field. The Chattanooga Football Club, with their unstoppable spirit and relentless drive, represent our city on the pitch again. The tension is palpable, the stakes are high, and the roar of the crowd is about to reach a fever pitch.
From the first whistle to the final victory cry, we've got you covered. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Now we go live to your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schreiber.
3 points and the dream stays alive, none, and the season will likely reach its conclusion for Chattanooga FC. Win or die, it's all on the line today from Toronto, Canada. Gabriel Schrei here. Glad you're with us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. It's Toronto FC 2 hosting Chattanooga FC for their first ever competitive match outside of the United States today from Toronto. It'll be very interesting to see how things start early, what kind of energy Chattanooga comes out of the gate with. They're going to need the victory to keep their playoff dreams alive. And these two clubs have both had good years. Toronto very competitive, but they are eliminated from the MLSNP playoff in the Eastern Conference. 9-11-6 their overall record. They've been slightly better at home, 6-5-2, 34 points. They did lose 2-0 last week. Chattanooga 8-9-9. They are 2-6-5 on the road, 40 total points, and they played to a draw last time out. Simmer Mancic up front for Toronto today. Dumitru in the middle and Ayari alongside him. In the middle, we've got Batiz, Alguin, Stanley, Fisher. On the back, Chukwu, Rodriguez de Oliveira, and Stojadinovic on the back. Wilson will get the start in goal for Toronto FC2 today. So notably missing is number 82, Julian Altabelli, and he's not on the bench either. 10 goals this season for him. For Chattanooga, a little different look without Rod Underwood on the bench. Ibarra, Wamry, and Gray up front. In the middle, we've got McGrath, Jimenez, Aranzazu, and Watson. On the back, it's Garvanyan, Sarsar, Brown, and Williams. And in goal, Jonathan Burke today for Chattanooga Football Club. Jonathan will look to make a splash and look to make an impact. A goalkeeper from Naperville, Illinois. First ever full pro season was last year. He was fantastic in college for the Eastern Illinois Panthers and transferred to play for the Bulldogs of Drake one final season before making the jump to pro. And kickoff is now in Toronto, Canada. So we are underway between Toronto and Chattanooga with the three most important points of the season on the line. Right away, Toronto, too much on this. It goes off of the pitch. And so Burke will kick us back underway. Chattanooga wearing navy kits, working from left to right in this first half. Toronto wearing all reds, working from right to left. Chattanooga way on the back. Jesse Williams floats this to the top of the 18. Now trying the far side, just behind midfield. Chattanooga left off for Alex McGrath and sent away from him and out of play. Too much physical contact for McGrath to stay with that. Stojadinovic puts a little too much onto it. Brampton, Canada native. Only been with the club for 2 years. Toronto will now have possession. First minute in the books from Canada. Scoreless and just getting underway. Toronto's man tries the far side. Just behind midfield, Wilson delivers the ball, and it's going to be chipped backwards down way on the far side, the right side for Toronto, outside of their own 18 in the wing. Walking this up towards the penalty arc. This one taken out of the air by Taylor Gray. He's got it down near the corner of the 18, looking to control the ball, take it away in the corner, floated. Gray headers this inside towards Wamry, who's shoved down, and no call as the ball will stay with Toronto. Officials in today's match for this crucial matchup. The head referee, Fabrizios de Sola. Our assistant referees are Vasil Zik and Anton Hadsky. Our fourth official, Melvin Christopher. Ball thrown in by Toronto, midway between the 18 and midfield. Alex McGrath picking his way through traffic, and this one howitzer backwards. Taken away from him by Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira. The defender from São Bernardo do Campo, Sao Paulo, sent that towards midfield, and Chattanooga will take over following the whistle. Playing up is Jesus Batiz. The Honduras native wants to bring pressure against Chattanooga. Garvanyan and McGrath will take the kick from the spot. The ball is about 15 yards beyond the 18-yard box. Prime scoring chance halfway through our third minute. McGrath leaves it, Garvanyan to deliver. Ben inside towards the spot. Here's a header loose in the 6th, and it's covered by Wilson. Easily saved, gloved, carefully controlled by Wilson. He's off to a nice start in goal today. Ball thrown outside of the 18-yard box, and Toronto going to have to go backwards into the 18. Looking around, wanting to go towards midfield. Floated, lofted up. Jesse Williams, the Chattanoogan, puts this into the air. CFC pinballing this back and forth, volleying it around midfield. Now here's a delivery to Wamry, who passes this to Taylor Gray down in the wing. Alongside the corner, he's looking into the 18. Floated on the cross. Wamry tries for the shot, and it's misdirected. Too much pressure defensively put together by Toronto. Really nice delivery inside to Wamry, just couldn't put it all together. Charlie Stanley, the midfielder from Sheffield, England, able to make the play. He's been a crucial piece on both ends this season for Toronto. This is his 24th appearance, his 22nd start. Over 1,600 minutes, a pair of goals as well. Chattanooga will take the ball right away on the clearing feed. Midway through the 4th minute, still scoreless on CKRN. Chattanooga with the ball. Left to right, Garvanyan has Watson just in front of him. Left off for Jesus Ibarra. Ibarra walking his way down towards the 18. Rolls this backwards off his heel to Garvanyan. He's going to chip it to Callum Watson. Now sent back out towards midfield. Chattanooga's Jimenez Aranzazu is double-teamed. Gets this around the boots of the waiting defender, Ayari, and the New York City native following the ball. Callum Watson takes up a pass and goes backwards again, now to Jesse Williams. He's on the front side of the midfield circle, and Logan Brown will take it on a quick feed. Gloved backwards by Jimenez Aranzazu. Chattanooga roping pass after pass, trying to find the connection they need to get more space. Lots of pressure coming from Toronto. 3 defenders and taken away from Jesse Williams as Taylor Gray will just tow the ball over the line and off of the field. Throw-in coming for Toronto. The Canadian club puts this on and nearly loses it right away. Simorancic, the Ontario native, gets this backwards. Canada looking towards midfield and taken by Logan Brown. Floated along the midfield line, taken up by Garvanyan. Now a couple of quick connections. Fareed Sarsar going to give this off to the man from Texas. Logan Brown, long pass, delivered up to Taylor Gray. He knifes around a defender and loses the ball. 3 there, and he's still down. Awkwardly took a shot to the shoulder. Hopefully he's all right. Our official runs over to check on him. Jesus Batiz, the Honduras native. Too much contact for the liking of our referee in today's match. And it's hard to say what exactly happened there. It does look like that could have been an intentional shove. Taylor Gray, side of his head, came off of another Toronto attacker. Either way, he's back up and playing. It appears to be all right. Back underway, midway through our 6th minute, still scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga. This one goes off. Jesse Williams will throw in for Chattanooga FC. Williams puts us back underway, rolled back towards the midfield circle. Long connection to the far side. It's Callum Watson. He goes over into the wing just beyond the 18-yard box. Jesus Ibarra flicks this over on a connection with Logan Brown. Watson back to Brown from midfield circle into the 7th minute where we're scoreless, the sheet clean between Chattanooga and Toronto. Far touchline, it's Watson who's running his way down towards the 18. 2 defenders there, taken away by Stojadinovic, the Ontario native looking on a long pass. He's got a connection. Toronto towards midfield. Dimitru has got some space to work with. Another Ontario native fights his way down along the touchline from right to left on the far side. Now going to go backwards on a connection to Staniland. The Englander coming to the close end of the pitch. Chukwu. Richard looking for help, wants to float this over the top, gets the ball right back off of a quick pass. Toronto doing a bit of a reset. McGrath and Gray harassing the man with the ball, taken away by Alex McGrath. Long outlet pass for Callum Watson. He's got some room to work with. Watson dribbling his way down towards the attacking 18, into the wing with the ball. Chattanooga. Watson has this taken away, and Toronto now a chance to clear the ball. Well played by the club in red kits this afternoon, shutting down a Chattanooga scoring chance. Wilson sends this towards midfield, and the ball is taken back by Chattanooga, but time to reset for Toronto football. Toronto FC 2 fighting to spoil the playoff dreams of Chattanooga FC, who desperately needs 3 points in Canada. Chattanooga from midfield, a long connection. They've got the ball just outside of the 18. A slide tackle, too much. Andreas Jimenez Aranzazu still down. And as players rise, the yellow card shown to Jimenez Aranzazu. Hopefully Andre Dumitru is all right. That's the player still rolling on the pitch. The yellow card goes against Jimenez Aranzazu. Andreas suffering just his 7th yellow card of the season. Taking another look at that on the replay for Apple TV. That's some awkwardness there. I'm surprised we see a card because both guys kind of rolled together, and really can't say that was either player's fault or intentional by either club. Toronto is arguing for more. We'll see what they get. Toronto this season led by Gianni Camini, third year with the club, 2022 MLS Next Pro Northeast Division champs. Led the team to their first playoff berth. He played at Old Dominion and Philadelphia University. Pro with Team Ontario, Canadian U17 and U18 International. Technical director for the Woodbridge Strikers previously, joined Toronto FC Academy in 2012. Head coach of Toronto FC 2 since 2022. He's helped out along the touchline by Marco Castellanovo and David Monsalve. One match left this season for Toronto. They're going to travel to Crown Legacy. That's coming up this coming weekend, October 6th. They're coming off of a 2-0 loss to New York Red Bulls 2 on the 22nd. Chattanooga, on the other hand, one match left as well. We'll have that on CKRN, and I hope you'll be with us in Chattanooga, Tennessee, as the New York Red Bulls come down. Long trip down the highway. They'll probably fly to the Chattanooga Metro Airport, actually, and take on CFC at Fort Finley, which was flooded over the weekend as hurricane-force weather made its way throughout the southeast. I actually missed a college football game yesterday because of the weather. Hate to see it. Presbyterian College, my thoughts are with you and the entire campus community. Toronto's man appears to be all right. They get Dumitru back on his boots, and now, 10th minute, we are underway in a scoreless match between Toronto and Chattanooga. Toronto works this back to the 18, and Wilson floats it over the top out to midfield. Ball pinballs its way all the way down to the left where Chattanooga has it. Rolled to the close side to Jesse Williams. He's looking through midfield, walking the ball down along the touchline. Lots of pressure. Nearly has it stripped away. Able to stay with it initially. Simmer Manchitz gets the ball. Toronto, long pass towards the circle. Here's a pinball around a defender. Batiste has it just out of the 18, and Williams able to cut him off as the whistle is sounded. We continue to play. Chattanooga with the ball just beyond their own 18, way down on the left. Midway through our 11th minute where we're scoreless in Toronto, Canada. Sent over the top, Toronto fighting for possession of the ball. This one working its way through midfield. Rattled all around. Toronto gets the ball on the back end of the midfield circle. Looking for a couple of connections. Toronto left off. Backwards now, the defenders, Rodriguez de Oliveira towards Wilson. He's got it just beyond the penalty arc. This one left off again, working it backwards to Wilson, the keeper. A handoff out front to Alguin, the Toronto, Ontario native. He's going to go to the far touchline. Chattanooga intercepts a pass. Callum Watson down towards the penalty arc. Worked towards the corner of the 18. Garvanyan battling for possession with Mark Fisher from Grand Blanc, Michigan. Chattanooga has it. Ibarra sends it inside towards the spot. Header by McGrath and covered by Wilson, who falls onto the ball as we enter the 12th minute of play, scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga. Good play by Wilson, able to get onto the ball, covers it up, and prevents the scoring chance. Alex McGrath, it's so expertly crafted for CFC. Looked for a moment as though Chattanooga was going to be able to string something together, but we remain scoreless as our 12th minute is closing in on our 13th between these two clubs. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Be sure to follow the club on social media at Chattanooga FC. Wilson will put us back underway. A howitzer launch from the 18, sent long over the top into the attacking side for Toronto. They've got the ball midway into the attacking end. Working it around, looking for space. None initially. Mark Fisher carrying the ball down towards the box. He takes a collision from Staniland. Ball loose. Chattanooga has it. Jesus Ibarra trying to knife his way around the defender, Hassan Ayari. New York City, New York native, fighting for possession, able to chip this away. Lucas Alguin, the Toronto man, working with it, staying with possession of the ball. He's going to go backwards. Rodriguez de Oliveira has it. The man from Sao Paulo. Chattanooga trying to bring the press around the boots of Taylor Gray. This one sent long over the top. Chattanooga back after it. Logan Brown able to get onto the ball, and he'll send it back harmlessly to Jonathan Burke as we remain scoreless midway through our 13th minute of play. So far, a couple of really good scoring chances, but not a ton of action between these two. Things have stayed rather tame between Chattanooga and Toronto to this point. Toronto has played 26 matches. Chattanooga has played 26 matches. Both clubs very productive. 39 goals produced for Chattanooga, 36 for Toronto. 45 allowed by Toronto, 40 by Chattanooga. Both really good passing in open space, 86% completion rate for Toronto, 85 for Chattanooga. Chattanooga takes the ball away near midfield, trying to work it down into the attacking third. Has it stolen for just a moment. Now getting it back from Simmermancic. This is Alex McGrath, who's on sides and goes to the backside. Garvanyan walking this from left to right, midway between the circle and the 18-yard box. Hands it off to Jimenez Aranzazu backwards. He's going to look down along the far touchline where he's got Callum Watson wanting to pass this backwards again to Andreas. Now he's going to give it off to Callum. Watson over the top towards the 18. Wamry's got it just inside of that attacking box. He goes down into the wing. Jesus Ibarra hands it off. Garvanyan centering feed, stolen away by Toronto. Cut off inside of the 18, and our 14th minute rolls into the 15th where we're scoreless in Canada. Toronto loses this to Chattanooga at midfield. Taken by Alex McGrath. He hands it off. Callum Watson, long feed for Wamry, down along the end line, fighting for possession. This one chipped off of the field by Marko Stojadinovic. Good decision by the Brampton native. 3 appearances in U19 Bundesliga West. He's already built a pretty significant career in MLS Next Pro, and he has some international caps for Canada. Wilson and Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira will put us back underway. Sent across to Stojadinovic, who will get us started. Out of the 18, ball is immediately redirected and sent off of the field. Chattanooga after it and playing aggressive. 15th minute is winding. Still scoreless between these two clubs. Chattanooga along the touchline, working it back and forth. Looking for space to put this down towards the 18 and get onto the offensive. Chattanooga through the circle, backwards to Logan Brown, still working backwards from right to left. Near midfield, Chattanooga looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Sent over the top, long feed, and gloved now by Wilson, who is controlling things well from inside of the 18. Save percentage this season, just 57% for Toronto. It's 70.8 for Chattanooga. Back underway, Toronto into the wing on the far side. That's the right side of the 18 for them. He's going to bend this long aerial feed looking for Jesus Batiz, the Honduras native. Towards the circle, he finds Simmermancic. Looking to the far side, aerial ball and an aerial play from right to left through midfield into the attacking side, just beyond the midfield circle. With the ball and working with it, Toronto's Theo Rigopoulos. He's looking for somewhere to dump this off. Instead, just rolls it across to Staniland. Now, down towards the corner of the 18, Toronto trying to put the pressure on, and Fareed Sarsar takes it away. Chattanooga has it in the wing on the far side, looking to clear it away. Andres rolls this through the 18 across the top of the spot to Logan Brown, and now we've reached into the 17th minute of play where we're scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga FC. CFC's Andres Jimenez Aranzazu bobbles this across to the far side. This is Milo Garvanyan, who will walk the ball through midfield for Chattanooga. Chattanooga absolutely must win today, ladies and gentlemen. Without a victory, playoff dreams will be crushed. It seems incredibly unlikely Chattanooga could, in any scenario, make the playoff this season without a win today in Canada, and we're still scoreless midway through our 17th minute. At midfield, this one pinballs all around. Toronto trying to take it away. Toronto just outside of the circle, able to steal this away from those Navy kits, the red kits, bobbling it back and forth, wanting to go around Alex McGrath. Long winding pass through midfield. Here's a dump towards the 18, too much on it. Marcus Simmermancic wanted to deliver this up just outside of the penalty arc. He was looking for Dumitru, the striker, and he misfires and misses him entirely. Dumitru is an interesting choice at striker. Recently signed his first professional contract with the club. This is his 20th match he's appeared in this season, but no goals scored. Great facilitator up front in the center. Listed as a midfielder on the roster, though, interesting. 17th minute is rolled into the 18th, where we're still scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga. CFC now with the ball, working from left to right. Long feed. Jesus Ibarra has it and going to have it taken away from him in the wing. Rolled back to Wilson, the keeper of Toronto. He's got the ball, and from the 6 comes to the close side where he finds Richard Chukwut, the defender from Ontario. One pass, now 2. He's got Jesus Batiz just in the touchline out front of the bench of Toronto. Rolled back into the wing, way down on the left. Wilson directing traffic from inside of the 6-yard box. Batiz again, originally from Tela Atlantia. Long feed. Logan Brown intercepts for Chattanooga. 18th minute disappears. 19th minute has arrived. Just over a quarter of an hour gone between these two in regulation and scoreless in Canada. Chattanooga trying to go backwards to Jonathan Burke, where they will full reset their shape and formation. Today, 4 on the back, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers, so really focused on defending, not allowing any scoring. Toronto running their usual look of 3-4-3. The reason I think shape is so important and notable today is because Rod Underwood, the era with him at the helm on the bench, has come to a close. They've moved on, and interim head coach Chris Nugent making the calls and directing traffic today, so a couple of different looks. This one intercepted near midfield. Alex McGrath has the ball. Long feed down to the right. Taylor Gray just beyond the 18. Chips it back door. Ball loose on the 6. Toronto has it, looking to clear, and our official sounds the whistle as the ball will go to Wilson, and the scoring chance prevented by Toronto. Sheet remains clean as the 19th minute is about to roll into the 20th in Canada. Dangerous moments for Toronto FC 2. Playoff contention is looming for the victor of this match. Toronto obviously actually is mathematically eliminated at this point, so playoff contention is not looming for Toronto. Chattanooga is looking to sneak in the back door of the playoffs. Toronto had an outright win back on the 15th, 3-0. Raised their record at the time to 9-10-6. Hasn't had a lot of outright wins this season. Chattanooga takes it away, long feed. Alex McGrath, Taylor Gray, inside 6-yard box. This one goes aerial and now off of the field over the far side down in the wing. Frightening moments for Toronto as they're looking for Wamry. Chattanooga throws in quickly. Garvanyan with the ball. Delivered across. Ibada. He hands it off to Andres. Jimenez Aranzazu playing some keep away with Toronto. Toronto FC trying to play up on the press and strip the ball away. 20th minute about to cave into the 21st. Callum Watson, long feed. He's got Taylor Gray. Going backwards again to Callum. Now behind the midfield stripe. Chattanooga a bit of a full reset. Really trying to find a way to bring some heat and turn it up in Canada. On the far touchline, it's down with Jesus Ibada. Handoff, Alex McGrath. McGrath chips this, floated over the top. Now to Logan Brown, who flicks it across to Callum Watson. Wants to go up down outside of the 18. Backwards of the ball to the left, Chattanooga. Resetting again, Fareed Sarsar. Pressure is coming. Hassan Ayari going to bring some heat. Here's a long feed over the top, looking for the 18-yard box. Too much on it. It escapes from Chattanooga and goes back to Toronto as the keeper will pick up the ball. 22nd minute is looming, scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga in Canada today. The first ever international match for Chattanooga FC. First competitive international match, I should say. And Chattanooga needs 3 points to keep their season alive. Ball goes off in front of the bench of Toronto. A quick throw incoming. Last touched by Chattanooga. TFC2 will throw in. It's Richard Chukwut, defender from Ontario. And delivers this one, floated down towards midfield. Logan Brown rejects it out of the air. Alex McGrath touches it across to Fareed Sarsar. Down on the left, Chattanooga with the ball. Halfway through our 22nd minute, Chattanooga going to go backwards. Roped across to Logan Brown. Chattanooga up towards the circle. Andres now down to Jesse Williams from midfield. He's heavily defended. Keeps it in on the touchline. He's got some steam and now taken away from behind by Simmer Mancic. Toronto can't keep it for long. McGrath to Taylor Gray. Left off into the 18. It's Wamry. He's got it and controls it, and they'll say he's offside as the ball goes back to Toronto. For a moment, Wamry looked like he could have been onside, and the call made as he gets control of the ball and turns to go down into the 18 with it. Sheet remains clean. Toronto takes over with the ball midway through our 23rd minute in Canada. Toronto and Chattanooga duking it out in a very pivotal match, at least for Chattanooga FC. Toronto motivated to finish strong in front of a home crowd, eliminated from playoff contention. Chattanooga has to win to keep their season alive, and it sure would shape up the final week of regular season play to be very dramatic for Chattanooga against the New York Red Bulls in Fort Finley next weekend on the 6th. Julian Altobelli missing, scored in 8 consecutive matches before today. 10 goals this season, a quarter of all scoring for Toronto coming from him. Batiz and Alguin have been the main creative outlets for Toronto, each a few assists this season. Chattanooga nearly steals it away at midfield. Toronto regathers just behind the stripe. Now along the touchline, long pass from right to left, down towards the wing on the right side. Toronto has a slide tackle, take the ball away, delivered by Farid Sarsar. He's got it, goes to Callum Watson. A couple of connections. Garvanyan gets the ball back from Jesus Ibarra, and too much contact as the ball will stay with Chattanooga. CFC's man, Garvanyan, run down by Toronto defenders. We've played 23 and a half minutes already in Canada between TFC and Chattanooga FC. Chattanooga from midfield, from left to right. Garvanyan inside to Watson. Callum backwards to him. Chipped around a defender all the way to Farid. Sarsar gives it off to Logan Brown. Back and forth they go, playing some catch from glove to glove. They're going to give it off to Jonathan Burke, who's on the edge of the 6-yard box, trying the far side. Chattanooga from left to right now along the far touchline. Around the defender through midfield, taken by Wamry. He goes to the far sideline. Chattanooga, long ball down towards the 18, and Toronto clears it away immediately. Wilson rejects this out into open space. In the vacant field, Toronto takes it up, trying to keep it away from Alex McGrath. Taylor Gray can't run it down. Nice bit of passing, pinballed around a few defenders. Jesus Batiz gets the ball. He goes around another. Lucas Alguin takes it up on a long feed, and now Richard Chukwu gets it from Alguin, but he doesn't like this, and a full reset. Toronto to Wilson, the keeper. Long feed towards the midfield stripe. Toronto backwards again, trying to keep this away from Chattanooga for just a moment. 25th minute is about to close into the 26th minute of play. Still scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga. From left to right, Toronto going backwards into the 18-yard box. Wilson's got the ball on the spot, and he'll take his time as he distributes to the far side down along the touchline. Toronto working from right to left. Nothing on the table for Toronto today but pride. 3 points today keeps Chattanooga's playoff dreams alive. Have to win in Canada in their first ever competitive match outside of the United States. Backwards goes Richard Chukwu after a long feed. He didn't like it. Rodriguez de Oliveira doesn't like this either. Now we're going to try a long bend for Toronto over the top towards the 18. Burke comes way out and greets the ball. It's loose. Toronto long shot. Too much on it. A good look for Marcus Zimmer-Manchitz. He lets it go from 10 yards beyond the 18, but the blast goes way over the top of the twine. Taking another look at that on the replay on television. A good look by Jonathan Burke. He makes the right play, a heady decision to come out, greet the ball. Just doesn't quite pan out. Taylor Gray trying to clear. Toronto takes it away. Pass out front of the penalty arc. Here's a good-looking chance. Now to the close side. Lucas Alguin feeds it inside. Ball is loose. Here's a shot to the right side. Burke dives, saves. What a save by Jonathan Burke. Selling out to get onto the ball. And our sheet remains clear as the 27th minute has arrived in Canada. That's a big-time save by Jonathan Burke. The ball pinballs all around. Alguin somehow ends up on top of it. He feeds it inside to Hassan Ayari, who's waiting for it just beyond the spot. Lights off a shot to the right side, and Burke dives, perfectly making the save. Chattanooga wants to respond, quickly working their way down the field of play, and a big collision. Ball goes off, and so Toronto will throw in. Toronto looking really good at home, competing very well against a Chattanooga FC side that has to have 3 points to keep their season moving. Toronto puts us back underway. midway between the circle and the 18-yard box. 29th minute has now arrived in Canada. Wilson leaves this off to the close side. He's got Rodriguez de Oliveira. Italo looking for where to go with the ball. He first came to the club March 1st of this year after spending 8 years with Sao Paulo FC in Brazil. He made 59 appearances for them, including 52 starts. Now through midfield, this one cut off by Chattanooga. Taylor Gray dumps this down towards the attacking side, and it's cut off again by Toronto. Toronto rolls this across out front of the penalty spot. And TFC 2's Marko Stojadinovic, defender from Brompton, Ontario, the one who works the ball back and forth with help, looking for somewhere to feed this. The Canadian club looking towards midfield. Toronto, triangular shape, chipping it back and forth. Lucas Alguin now takes a feed. Alguin to the far touchline behind midfield. Toronto looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Through the center field stripe, this one nearly intercepted by Chattanooga. Sliding after the ball, trying to get on top of it. Chattanooga gets the ball delivered to the close side. It's Taylor Gray. Gray in the 30th minute walking this down towards the 18 on the right side along the close touchline. Looking for help inside. Heavily defended. A pair there in front of him. He's going to hand it off to Jesse Williams. Williams is going to go backwards with the ball. He's going to have a connection way back inside of the midfield circle. Right on top of that spot. Fareed Sarsar takes it. Rolls this to the far side of the field where he's going to hook up with Callum Watson. Watson walking his way from left to right down into the wing. Left off. Chattanooga looking for help inside. This one taking its time with it just beyond the corner of the 18-yard box. Chattanooga going to reset, rolling this backwards. CFC looking for a connection and needing that piece down inside against Toronto. Jesus Ibarra to Watson. Back to Ibarra. Jesus from the corner of the 18, looking inside towards the penalty spot. Here's a roping pass down to Alex McGrath, who's got it. Heavily defended by Italo towards the 6-yard box, and this one taken away by Toronto inside of the 18. Chattanooga unable to finish that off. Still scoreless between these two. A half of an hour played in Canada between Toronto and Chattanooga. Chattanooga must win their first ever international match against Toronto FC. Now Toronto will have a corner kick attacking against Chattanooga. 32nd minute, halfway over. The corner will come from the close side, way down on the left. Toronto's man signals. The 18-yard box is loaded up with navy and red kits. Toronto waiting for a final signal. The referee doesn't like something. It's Fabrizio Stasola who's out there sorting this out. Had some final words for Dumitru. Here's the signal. Bent from the close corner, floated to the back door, and this one is allowed to just go as it rolls over the end line harmlessly for Chattanooga, and the ball will go back to the boys in blue. Chattanooga must have 3 points. 33rd minute has arrived. Still scoreless between Toronto and Chattanooga. Jonathan Burke will put us back underway. Burke leaves it off for Logan Brown. Brown tries this long over the top beyond midfield. There's a header delivered by Toronto and regathered by Watson. Watson rolls this across to Alex McGrath, who fires a shot to the far touchline. Down with the ball is Jesus Ibarra, walking his way from left to right. Left off into the corner. Garvanyan centers this. Wamry, the header, it's deflected away, going just wide right. Chattanooga, a scoring chance in Canada, just can't finish it off. Perfectly delivered out front for Wamry. It looked for a moment like Mehdi was going to be able to finish it off. He scored a dozen goals this season for Chattanooga. No one more dangerous in a piece like that. Back underway, Wilson will rope this across. We've got about 12 minutes, a dozen left to play in regulation in our first half from Toronto, Canada. Chattanooga and Toronto. CFC must have 3 points to keep their playoff dreams alive. Currently scoreless, deadlocked, a clean sheet between these two. 33 minutes, 20 seconds have been played in our first half. Ball rolling through midfield. Toronto pinballs it. Now here's a long delivery by Simmermanch. It's taken up by Chukwu. He's got a shot. This one deflected away, and Chattanooga comes up with it. Now looking to clear, and they will. Expertly played by the keeper, Jonathan Burke, sells out. He wasn't sure if a shot was coming. It didn't look like the shot would come that quickly from Toronto, but he was ready for it. It was well placed. He gets in front of the ball and prevents it. Now Williams from midfield to Taylor Gray. Gray sends this out front to Alex McGrath, who's got the ball, walking it down towards the penalty arc. 4 defenders converge on him. He leaves it off for Watson, who kicks it to the far side. Jesus Ibarra just beyond the corner of the 18. Set inside to Wamry near the edge of the 6. Back to Ibarra. Here's a shot right side that rattles and goes. Goal! Chattanooga, 1-0 in the 35th minute of play. They are out in front in Canada. No more important goal scored this season for Chattanooga FC than that. What a score for Chattanooga. Wamry post up on the corner of the 6, just chips it back to Jesus Ibarra. He's got time, he's got space. Blast that to the right side. There's nothing Wilson can do. He's left on skates as that goes into the twine and makes it 1-0 Chattanooga FC. And they celebrate right in front of SVP of the club, Darrell Stalvey, down on the sideline. Jesus Ibarra scores in electric fashion. It's his 7th goal of the season. What a delivery by the San Diego native. 1-0 Chattanooga FC. 10 minutes left in regulation in our first half. They're out in front, and they need to find a way to walk away with a lead from today's match. What a score. Chattanooga is fired up and failing it after that. And we are back underway between Canada's club and Chattanooga Football Club. Toronto FC going backwards with the ball, back towards the penalty arc. Wilson floats this over the top, close side, Chukwu. Taylor Gray tries to chip this on a centering feed. Toronto walking it down along the touchline from left to right. They're going backwards. Alguin harassed and loses the ball out of play. Right away flagged by our AR2. Toronto trailing in this first half, 1-0 to Chattanooga FC. Williams takes it away off a throw-in from Simmermanchich, tries to go around a defender, cut off by Chukwu, and Richard can't clear this as Chattanooga steals it away. McGrath gives it to Fareed Sarsar. Logan Brown up to Garvanyan. Williams going to go backwards to Logan Brown. Too much pressure midway through our 37th minute where it's 1-0 Chattanooga, and so a full reset for Chattanooga FC. Navy kits and red kits duking it out in Canada today. Chattanooga's man is run down. Jesus Ibarra draws the foul. Big hit. Hopefully he's all right. It appears as though he is. Big collision though. Jesus Ibarra took that right to the hip. He was run down by Charlie Staniland, the midfielder from Sheffield, England. Just behind midfield, Chattanooga is going to deliver the kick. Garvanyan to the line. Chattanooga goes backwards. CFC, long winding pass up to Alex McGrath, who takes this up at the circle. Then over the top to Taylor Gray, who's on the attacking end of things. A little bit of room for Chattanooga. Gray dribble, walking this towards the circle. Sent back down towards the wing on the close side. Callum Watson, he's just beyond the corner of the 18. Chipped off to Williams, who ropes it around a defender. Watson, backdoor, Wamry, the header just wide left. Nearly scored a second goal for Chattanooga. It remains 1-0 as the 38th minute is winding to a close in Toronto. What a chance to score Callum Watson creates from the end line. He's right on the 18-yard box, the very edge of it on that white line, takes it up on the end line, tries to float that over the top to the back door to Wamry. Wymry is there, makes the play, just doesn't quite get the touch he needs, so the ball back to Toronto. TFC2 quickly down towards midfield. This one nutmegged by Jesse Williams through a defender's legs. Simmer-Mancic can't stay with it, and as they collide, we'll get back underway. Jesse Williams picks up the ball, and the referee is not happy with him. Aggressive, stern words delivered to Jesse Williams after he picked it up too quickly. 1-0 Chattanooga, 39th minute is winding in Toronto, Canada. We've nearly played 3/4 of an hour in our first half. We've got about 5.5 minutes left to play of regulation on half number 1. Ball taken up by Jesus Batiz. On the close side, working from right to left, down along the touchline, trying to get it towards the 18-yard box. Now Simmer-Mancic just beyond the 18. Back to Batiz in the wing. He bends it out front, and this one is centered up but sent away by Chattanooga as Williams sends it off over the end line. Misdirected. And so a throw-in coming for Toronto. Looks like we'll have a corner. 40th minute is winding. 1-0 Chattanooga FC. Chattanooga is in a must-win situation in Canada. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chattanooga has to win this match. Right now they have the lead given to them on a beautiful goal by Jesus Ibarra. Sent in, we're underway again. Jesus Batiz rolled to the front. Mark Fisher bent across back door, and flashing the gloves is John Burke. Jonathan lets it all hang out as he gets a hold of the ball. We've reached into the 41st minute of play between these two. 1-0 Chattanooga. Watson back onto the corner of the 18. Logan Brown tries the far side. Garvanyan chips this around a defender. Chattanooga loses it off to Toronto. Toronto, prime chance just out front of the 18. Dumitru, he's got a convoy. Leaves it off for Ayari and taken away by Chattanooga. Couldn't stay with it. Now McGrath rattles this across to the close side where Callum Watson is waiting for the ball. Down along the touchline, it's Taylor Gray. Gray goes backwards just behind midfield as Chattanooga is resetting a bit. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in regulation in our first half, where it's 1-0 Chattanooga in Toronto, Canada. McGrath tries the long ball into the wing on the left side, and no one is there to take it. Picked up by Wilson, TFC2, now connecting on passes way on the back. Walking with it is Rodriguez de Oliveira. From the penalty arc, he gives it off to the corner of the 18. Toronto walking the ball slowly as Stojadinovic looking for somewhere to connect upfield, not liking how well defended the pitch is. And so after a few passes, a full reset, Lucas Olguin gives it to the keeper. Wilson, a moonshot of a pass over the top of the midfield. Here's a header. Logan Brown is in a foot race to the ball, and he headers it carefully back to the keeper, Burke. Well played by Chattanooga. Logan Brown saw that coming, able to hang with the ball and get it back to the goalkeeper. Chattanooga through midfield, stepping around defenders is Jesus Ibarra, who's scored in today's match to make it 1-0. Jesse Williams takes up a long feed down near the close touchline. Williams gives it off to Taylor Gray. Chattanooga walking this towards the center of the pitch. Lots of vacant space as the ball is passed around a few times. Toronto and Chattanooga trying to run this down and stay with it. Ball going back across to the far side. Regulation winding quickly as it's 1-0 Chattanooga. 42nd minute is about to enter the 43rd. Here's a long feed, chipped down along the corner of the 18. Alex McGrath takes it up, centering pass, shot by Wymry, deflected away. Watson gets it back, Chattanooga still with it. Garvanyan deflected away. Stojadinovic makes the save. Now from the corner of the 18, McGrath, a howitzer deflected away. Toronto trying to clear this away and able to do so, but the whistle sounds. Toronto finally shuts down a prime scoring chance for Chattanooga. The ball is on the edge of the circle at midfield when the referee sounds his whistle. A lot of tripping going on. What a hectic sequence for Toronto. Chattanooga nearly able to pull it all together. And the call comes as Jimenez Aranzazu, who has already had this happen to him today, gets tangled up with Staniland. Really looked like just consequential flow of the game type stuff to me. Back underway, Toronto with possession. They're going to go backwards from left to right to the keeper, Wilson. From the penalty arc, delivered to the close side to Rodriguez de Oliveira. Wilson takes it back on the spot. The keeper rolls this and ropes a pass, an absolute laser down the field, along the touchline from right to left. Toronto fighting for possession just beyond the 18. This one goes off and will go to Fareed Sarsar and Chattanooga's football club. 1-0 Chattanooga FC, 90 seconds left in regulation. We've nearly finished 3/4 of an hour from Toronto, Canada. Thrown in, Chattanooga rolled into the 6-yard box. Logan Brown tries a long shot towards midfield himself from the 6-yard box, taken out of the air carefully and gathered by Richard Chukwu. The Ontario native goes backwards, and Toronto is looking for space to deliver this into the attacking end. Just behind the midfield circle with it, Toronto walking this is Marko Stojadinovic. He somehow gets this through a lot of traffic. Toronto has some space to play with. Left off to the close side by Toronto, down to the corner of the 18, Jesus Batiz going to go backwards to Chukwu, the defender. Left off again, down just in the touchline. Jesus centered up towards the penalty arc. Here's a feed out front of the 6. Chattanooga loses it and a shot bent wide right. Too much on it for Marcus Simmermancic. The midfielder from Kitchener, Ontario, came up on top of the ball, deep in the 18, delivers a shot, and can't pull it all together. Hassan Ayari, Simmermancic, very dangerous. Combined, they have 9 goals this season. Ayari was 6. 1-0 Chattanooga. And we've got 15 seconds left in regulation on this first half. 1-0 Chattanooga FC. Toronto, nothing left to lose but pride. Chattanooga, it's all on the line. 3/4 of an hour of regulation have been played from Toronto, Canada. We'll see what kind of stoppage time we get. Toronto takes this away on a clearing feed. Chattanooga steals it right back. Ball loose for a moment in vacant space. Williams gets this to Taylor Gray, who chips it back to Logan Brown. We're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time on our first half of play between Chattanooga FC and Toronto. Canada's club loses this again to Chattanooga, who works it around on the back. Now an aerial ball, skying this out through outer space towards midfield, taken by Toronto. Couple of quick passes. Lucas Alguin goes backwards to the ball. Long outlet feed down along the far touchline. Toronto has it, looking inside, sent out front to the penalty spot. Here's a shot to the right, covered by the keeper. Jonathan Burke dives and gets onto the ball again. Prime scoring chance for Andre Dumitru. Nearly able to finish that one off, perfectly placed out front. That one rolls through the penalty spot right to the waiting boot, and a howitzer of a shot is covered by Jonathan Burke. 3/4 of an hour of regulation in the books, 1-0 Chattanooga FC. We've already played 1 minute and 10 seconds of our 3 minutes of stoppage time on this first half. Chattanooga rolls this across out front of the 18-yard box. CFC wearing those Navy kits today and holding the lead. Long feed to Jesse Williams, who's got it. He's wearing his Navy kit, leading 1-0. We've got 90 seconds played of our 3 minutes of stoppage time on this first half. He was just over midfield, but he goes backwards. A bit of a reset for Chattanooga. Trying the far side. This one lost. Coming up with it is Hassan Ayari. He goes back. Connection now with Lucas Alguin. Walking this just beyond the midfield circle. Looking for somewhere to dump the ball. Going around a defender, Chattanooga. Back out front. Toronto still with possession of the ball. Walking it towards the penalty arc. Left off for Alguin. He's going to go to the corner of the 18 where he has Jesus Batiz. Bent across. Aerial play. Header, and Burke falls onto the ball again. Jonathan Burke, ring 10 bells for that save. What a play. Burke has been unbelievable. This time it's been across the top by Batiz again, and Jesus finds Mark Fisher, the midfielder from Grand Blanc. He's got a pair of goals scored this season. Spent 4 years at Stanford University, registered 5 goals there, 63 appearances from 2020 to 2023. Really important piece of the Cardinals' NCAA tournament run. And he's been a great midfielder already for Toronto FC too. Ball down along the touchline. Chattanooga trying to work this up into the attacking end, and a lot of contact as Jesus Ibarra is still down. 2 minutes, 55 seconds played of stoppage time. How long will they let this wear on for? back on the edge of the 18-yard box, and Toronto FC hears the whistle, and so we played one half from Canada between Chattanooga FC and Toronto FC 2. 1-0. Chattanooga Football Club is in the lead. Chattanooga fans have to be happy about that. I'll tell you, I'm feeling great about it. 1-0, looking to hold on to that lead through one more half of regulation. Must-win points on the table and on the line for Chattanooga Football Club in Canada today. We'll take a break for the half and be back with more in just a moment on CKRN.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Hi, I'm EJ Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk, a message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
A lot of football left to be played in MLS Next Pro, but we've reached the final 2 weeks of the regular season, and we're at the half of our match in Toronto, Canada. Glad you're along for the ride this afternoon. It doesn't get bigger than this for Chattanooga FC, who has to leave Canada with 3 points. Their first ever international match. Chattanooga this season, 8-9-9, 40 points claimed. As of right now, as of this very minute, they are sitting just outside of the playoffs, looking in. They need to win to carry those 3 points into decision day next Sunday, and a win at home over the New York Red Bulls could put them in the playoffs in their first ever season as a part of MLS Next Pro. Hi everyone, glad you're back after the halftime break. I'm Gabriel Schrei. After one half of regulation, Chattanooga FC does lead Toronto FC Dos 1-0. A really electric goal scored by Chattanooga striker Jesus Ibarra. Taking a look at the final week of the regular season, Carolina Core taking on Inter Miami. Chattanooga, as I mentioned, New York Red Bulls. Chicago Fire taking on Philly Union. FC Cincy taking on Orlando City. Crown Legacy taking on TFC2. New York City FC2 taking on Huntsville. The Revolution taking on Columbus Crew. Austin FC taking on the Town. Colorado Rapids Timbers 2. And Houston Dynamo as well, playing in a really good one. After one half of play, this has been a really good half between these two, and we're expecting an exciting second half of this match. Toronto FC playing for nothing but pride. They are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They cannot make the playoffs this season in MLS Next Pro. Chattanooga, everything's still on the line. Now, there was a scenario today where if 4 other matches went a certain way, Chattanooga is mathematically eliminated, but very, very unlikely. Before the 2 matches yesterday, Friday afternoon, Chattanooga was 16th overall in the league with 40 points. So really just barely outside of playoff contention in the Eastern Conference. We're going to get a look at the numbers of that first half of play, mathematically how Chattanooga and Toronto shaped up against one another. getting a look at exactly that. Just 2 shots in that entire first half, both taken by Chattanooga. One of them on goal, and it scored. 0 blocked shots mathematically, at least according to the stats on the MLS Next Pro website. I don't know if I believe them anymore because usually there's 3 or 4 different versions of the stats. And the passing accuracy, 92% Chattanooga, 89% for Toronto. We're ready to go for the second half of play, and we will kick off now as this one going to be flicked underway in Toronto between these two. Hi, everyone. Welcome back and into the second half of play between Toronto and Chattanooga. Toronto with the ball down on the left. They're working from left to right in this second half. Toronto needs to find a way to get an equalizer if they want to take any points in this home match against Chattanooga and force a draw. 45 minutes, 3/4 of an hour of regulation left to play. Toronto just behind the midfield circle, rolled across to the far side by Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira. Going to go backwards to Wilson, who's way out of the goal up on the penalty arc. He finesses it across to Stojadinovic. Harassed by Taylor Gray, this one bouncing, rattling its way down the field. Chip to the far side. Now Toronto working with it from left to right, down along the touchline on the far side, way on the left. This is going to go backwards for them. A connection near the center field stripe. And Naglestad able to take down Toronto's man. A foul, and the referee wants a conversation with him right away. Naglestad, an elder statesman, a longtime presence for Chattanooga Football Club, the all-time leading scorer in franchise history, and had departed from the club after last season. He comes back, a late-year contract signing. This is just his 5th appearance for the club this season. A true hero to the Scenic City. Started with Chattanooga back in 2021. Very exciting for all of us, I think, in Chattanooga to see him back on the field for CFC. Naglestad, after the foul, gets a header onto the ball. This one through midfield. Taken up now by Toronto. Mark Fisher with the ball, working from left to right. He's about 20 yards into the attacking end. Going to roll it backwards to Julian Altabelli, who's come into the match. Now scratch that, rather. That's Stojadinovic. Stojadinovic to the far side, down on the left. Up to Simmer Mancic. Looking for some way to feed this down to the 18. Taken up by Jesse Williams. Backwards for Chattanooga. CFC tries the far touchline, and a lot of contact as Simmer Mancic forces this off. Julian Altabelli, I'm surprised that he's not on the pitch, obviously. 10 goals straight for the Canada-based Toronto FC2. Even had a special segment for him at the half on Apple TV about him being one of the best scorers in league history, and not even in the lineup today. This one goes off, and so Toronto will throw in Mark Stojadinovic to put us back underway, the Brampton, Canada native. Thrown in quickly, rolling this back to Wilson, who will control for Toronto and flick it out onto the penalty arc. Toronto from just outside of their own 18. Long feed. Andreas takes this away. Delivered to Garvanyan. Walking this towards the 18. Long feed for Taylor Gray on the 6. And Wilson slides on top of the ball and covers it up for Toronto. TFC2 from left to right. Long roll out to Mark Fisher. Lots of pressure brought immediately by Chattanooga. So this goes back to Stojadinovic. He'll flick it across to the far side and down to the far touchline. Toronto in the wing, way back on their own left, looking for space in that Chattanooga defense that's playing up, pressing, and bringing a lot of pressure against Toronto. Floated over the top of midfield, over the stripe to Mark Fisher, who comes up with it. He's walking his way down towards the 18. Left off, couple of quick passes. Toronto gathers it up. It's Charlie Staniland, the Sheffield, England native. A couple of connections for him. He doesn't like the look. Stojadinovic is going to give this off. Flicked across by Alguin onto the circle. Finesses this through traffic. It's Toronto with possession. Heavily defended by Alex McGrath. Sheffield, England native tries to go around him again, and Staniland has it rejected. He'll throw in for Toronto. They're going back to midfield. Marko Stojadinovic looking for some way to bring the heat. 50th minute has arrived. We've almost played 5 of our second half. 1-0 Chattanooga FC leading in a must-win match on the road. Their first ever outside of the United States competitively. Floated across the top of the circle to the far side. Now down to the touchline. Toronto looking to the corner of the 18. Here's a feed alongside the 6. Backdoor chance, and this one cleared by Watson. Great help for Jonathan Burke. Chattanooga couldn't defend him on the front side, got it over the top. Scoring chance was cut off, though, by Watson. Mark Fisher looked like he was surefire to score. Taking a look at the replay of that from Apple TV, very well delivered around Andreas Jimenez-Aranzazu, and just unable to finish it off. And Jimenez-Aranzazu still down. Hopefully he's all right. The defender came down on top of him, his hip onto his midsection. Chattanooga FC's athletic trainer Melanie Schaefer on to check on him. The referee having words with Batiz and Jimenez-Aranzazu. Jesse Williams talking with Jonathan Burke. Burke has been very good in this outing so far for Chattanooga. Schaefer spending some time with Jimenez-Aranzazu. We've reached the 51st minute of play between these two. 1-0 Chattanooga FC. Toronto is 12th in the Eastern Conference, 34 points, 26 matches, mathematically eliminated from the playoff. 45 goals conceded this season. They've had a busy time on set pieces, 136 corners compared to just shy of 100 for Chattanooga. They've also been really strong on the counterattack. They've scored 6 goals on quick transitions. We're ready to get back underway. Toronto with the ball, puts it in. 52nd minute is here, 1-0 Chattanooga. Toronto loses this out front of the Chattanooga goal and chipped over the top by Logan Brown on a clearing feed. This one pinballed around through the air. Toronto trying to find a way to set up and work this back onto the attacking side. Taylor Gray intercepts an open space. Naglestad and Taylor Gray, they've got free run of the pitch. Down outside of the 18, Naglestad delivers this across Jesus Ibarra. Chipped for Naglestad, trying for a winding kick, taken away from him by Oliveira. Well played by Rodriguez. Jesus Ibarra through traffic looking for help, and Toronto intercepts again. This time it's Hassan Ayari who's walking it from left to right. Chattanooga cut off near midfield. Toronto will have to reset, regathered by Alguin. Going backwards, now down towards the touchline on the close side, it's Mark Fisher. Toronto tries a long bending pass beyond midfield into the attacking side, midway down towards the wing. Toronto from the touchline, centering feed. Logan Brown takes it away for Chattanooga. 53rd minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. They get the ball back on the back end. CFC works this down to the corner of their own 18. Logan Brown decides to finesse this to Callum Watson. Fareed Sarsar will deliver to Garvanyan. Milo, double teamed and not liking the way the pressure is going. Fareed Sarsar lets that go between his legs for Jonathan Burke. He's going to take a long shot down the field looking for Naglestad. This one sent up into the air. Toronto regathers on the far side just in the touchline. Jesus Batiz, the Honduras native, centers this up. Toronto around a defender. Andreas can't take that away. TFC down towards the corner of the 18. Toronto inside. Chattanooga cuts it off. Battling for possession, and Jimenez-Aranzazu able to lock it down and prevent the scoring chance. Now delivered up to Naglestad again, who connects to the far side with Taylor Gray. Back to Marcus, the Norwegian, down towards Callum Watson, who's got the ball. Hey, let's go of a long pass, connecting with Jesus Ibarra. Heavily defended, there's a trio in front of him. Nice heeled move around the defender, but Garvanyan wasn't ready for that, a little too nifty to predict. Mark Fisher takes it away for Toronto. 54th minute is halfway over, 1-0 Chattanooga. Fisher with the ball, 20 yards behind midfield. Leaves it off on a long pass down just in the touchline for Charlie Staniland. Staniland to Stojadinovic. Long ball over the top, airing it out against Chattanooga, and Toronto can't come up with this. Nearly had that just beyond the 18. Ball will have to be regathered by TFC Dos. They've got it near midfield. Naglestad intercepts a pass beautifully. 2-on-2 scoring chance. Jesus Ibarra onto the penalty arc. Here's a shot deflected. This one goes just wide right. Perfectly defended out front by Toronto. Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira shuts it down. What a scoring chance and what a cutoff by Toronto. I can't believe he was able to make that save. Jesus Ibarra can't believe it. It would have been a brace for the man who has been so electric this season. Originally from San Diego. So as the ball goes over the end line, a corner elicited for Chattanooga midway in our 55th minute. Ibarra scored already once on this match day, his 7th of the season. Garvanyan will deliver the corner from the far touchline. Chattanooga loading up the 6-yard box. Already 4 kits in there. Here's the bend out front. Header goes over the top. Too much on it. And Fareed Sarsar can't put that on the frame of the net. Wilson claps and can take a sigh of relief as the 55th minute collapses into the 56th. 1-0 Chattanooga FC. 3 absolute must-win points are on the line today in Toronto, Canada. Chattanooga must win to keep their season alive, and right now they've got the lead, and moments ago threatening to score twice in a row. Toronto back on the offensive, gets this into midfield, looking to press down and bring the pressure against Chattanooga. Chipped around a defender. Alex McGrath can't regather. Toronto around him. Here's a couple of connections in a row. Chattanooga takes it away on the back and feeds it to Jonathan Burke. Now in the wing on the far side over the touchline. Jimenez Aranzazu gets this around a defender to Taylor Gray. Alex McGrath back to Taylor Gray. Jimenez Aranzazu again, a couple of connections. On the 18-yard box, Logan Brown will deliver this. Garvanyan with possession goes around a defender. Chattanooga roping this all around. Taken away by Toronto out front. Here's a backdoor fade left side. Burke diving save. What a play by Jonathan Burke to keep the sheet clean. Unbelievable in the 57th minute. Chattanooga narrowly avoids what could have been tragedy on the road. Toronto is resetting with the ball now way on the back. They have to retreat after a near scoring chance. Naglestad nearly steals this away in what would have been the attacking side. Toronto looking a bit battered after being deflated by the misguided scoring chance. Jonathan Burke, my goodness, ring every bell you have in your house for that save. Unbelievable sellout play, single fingertips. 57th minute, midway over, 1-0 Chattanooga from left to right. Here comes Toronto. Long connection, Mark Fisher. He leaves it off down towards the edge of the 18. Hassan Ayari has it, defended by Fareed Sarsar. He goes out to Mark Fisher. He's looking inside. The Michigan man looking for help. Delivered towards the corner of the 18. Toronto with it. Red kits swarming the 18. Marcus Simmermancic back across, far side, just on the corner of the 18 down on the left. Bent towards the 6-yard box. Chattanooga deflects it away. Regathered just outside by Toronto. Olguin with it, just in the touchline, looking for somebody to deliver this to. Olguin gets it right back off of a quick pass. Flicked inside. He's got help in the form of Staniland. Charlie, the man from England, he's going to go down into the 18 for Simmermancic. Heavily defended by Jesse Williams. Delivered down towards the corner. Toronto around a defender. TFC Dose looking for a scoring chance in the equalizer. Bent over the top towards the 6. This one deflected away by Fareed Sarsar. Toronto still with it and bringing the heat. Chattanooga could be in trouble. Staniland set up just outside of the 18. Back out front. Garvanyan playing defense. Stojadinovic sends this back down inside, and this one gloved by Jonathan Burke. Chattanooga eliminates the scoring threat again. It remains 1-0 as our 58th minute is about to close into the 59th in Toronto, Canada. Must win points on the line, and Chattanooga looks like they're playing with their season on the line. Unbelievable defense the last couple of minutes of play. We've nearly played 1 full hour of regulation. That would be a quarter hour in our second half. Just about a minute and a half from that being the case. 58:20 on the clock in Toronto. Ball to be thrown in from just in front of the bench by Mark Fisher. 1-0 Chattanooga. Toronto with possession of the ball. They'll go backwards this time, rolling it through midfield all the way back to the keeper Wilson, who's outside of the 18. Playing up 3 strikers for Chattanooga. Naglestad alongside him, Ibarra and Taylor Gray. Toronto through midfield. What a connection on that pass. Delivered perfectly to Ayari. Hassan is running with the ball. Dumitru out front, centered up in front of the penalty arc. Rolled to the backside, just in the touchline near the corner of the 18. De Oliveira looking inside, swatting at the ball. It's loose. Ayari, a shot. Pinballs around loose in the 6. Chattanooga's Logan Brown keeps it from going out over the end line and clearing it out into midfield. Score remains 1-0 as we've reached the 60th minute in Toronto, Canada. Half of an hour left to play between these two in regulation. This one back onto the midfield stripe. Toronto working this behind the circle. Coming up with it, Marko Stojadinovic, the man from Brampton. Floats this to the close side. Now out front, Mark Fisher. Rolling through traffic, coming up with it, Charlie Staniland. Out under the penalty arc, Toronto a scoring chance, right side, it's equalized. The goal! Toronto makes it 1-1 in Canada. Chattanooga gives up a goal after electric defensive stand. Finding the equalizer, it looks like Marcus Simmermancic is the one who's able to score. Ball came down to Charlie Staniland. He feeds it inside. And the first pass isn't the scoring pass. It's Andre Dumitru who came up with it. He's on the right side of the penalty arc. He steps one step inside of the 18, flicks it backwards into his left to Marcus Simmermancic, who scores his 4th goal of the season and makes it 1-1 in Toronto, Canada. Must-win match for Chattanooga. They kick us back underway. Toronto steals it away. Another scoring chance. Lights one off. Too much on it. This one sails. Stolen off of the kick. Hassan Ayari took it up on a long pass, walked it down just outside of the penalty arc, tried to put that on the frame of the post. It was too much, and so that one goes out and back to Chattanooga FC. (1-1) between Toronto and Chattanooga. 61st minute, closing in on the 62nd. We've played more than an hour of regulation in Canada. This corner could be dangerous. Hassan Ayari is the one who will deliver. Here's the signal from the New Yorker. Rolled to the corner of the 18, touched gently by Toronto, looking for somewhere to deliver this inside. Ayari loses it over the touchline on a return pass. This to Chattanooga. CFC moments ago gave up a 1-0 lead they had built in that first half and held on to for some time. Put together a couple of electric defensive stands in a row. Jonathan Burke made one of the best saves I've seen all year long. Just fingertips, full cell. Wasn't enough as Toronto kept creating scoring chances, especially on that counter look. We'll see what Chattanooga can do to respond. CFC with the ball. This is Alex McGrath, who tries a long feed over the top to the close side. Jesus Ibarra just outside of the 18, working right to left. Dribble, centering feed. Garvanyan shot right side. Goal! Chattanooga back out in front by 1. 2-1 in the 62nd minute of play from Toronto. Milo Garvanyan! My goodness! What a score by the Albuquerque, New Mexico native. His 5th goal of the season for Chattanooga Football Club. And that's exactly what you want to see when the season comes time for do or die. Who's going to step up? Jesus Ibarra already scored once today. Selflessly makes the perfect play delivered right out in front, just to the left of the spot. And Milo Garvanyan is cash money. Takes up the ball, walks it into the teeth of the defense, and delivers that perfectly to the right side. Nothing that Wilson could have done in traffic to make that save, as it's now 2-1 Chattanooga Football Club, and we're about to get back underway in the 64th minute from Canada. Unbelievable production offensively for Chattanooga FC, and they're still celebrating as Toronto kicks back off. TFC Dose bringing the heat quickly, trailing by a goal, 2-1 at home in Canada, looking to play the spoiler on Chattanooga's season. Toronto working this down just outside of the Chattanooga 18. They're going to go backwards, hooking up with Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira. De Oliveira behind the midfield stripe, looking for where to go with the ball. A lot of options for him. Taking his time, going down along the far touchline. Toronto looking for connections into the 18-yard box. They've got Charlie Staniland. He ropes it across to Hassan Ayari. Delivered down into the wing, down near the corner on the right side. Toronto looking for a centering feed. Too much contact by Jesus Ibarra, and so the ball will stay with Toronto. Big collision. Jesus Ibarra bringing the heat defensively against Staniland. No card, but the foul means the ball stays with Toronto on the attacking end. Chattanooga just scored one of the most clutch goals you've seen from them all season long. I should say you've heard from them all season long. Doesn't get bigger than that. 65th minute has arrived. We've nearly played 20 minutes of our second half of regulation from Canada. Toronto is going to do whatever they can to capitalize on this set piece. 18-yard box is loaded up with red kits. Here's the delivery from Jesus Batiz, rolled out to the penalty spot, shot to the right side, deflected away by Chattanooga. This one pinballing, rolling away from the 18. Chattanooga trying to regather, sent aerial, John Burke gloves it. Jonathan Burke controlling the ball and controlling the match. Outlet pass for Alex McGrath, the man from Spennymoor, England. He delivers to Abada. Long outlet feed. Naglestad, the man from Norway, comes up with the ball. Marcus, the all-time leading scorer for Chattanooga FC, goes backwards to Jesus Ibarra. Watson looking inside for Naglestad. Intercepted by Toronto. They've got it just outside of their own 18. Working it. Able to clear this away. Jesus comes up with it. He's just outside of the 18. Now to the corner of it. Alex McGrath, the man from Norway, chipped to the back door. Here's a shot. Taylor Gray scores! Yes, the goal! Taylor Gray makes it 3-1 Chattanooga FC. The 66th minute, Chattanooga in front by a pair. Huge goal. It's the third of the season for Taylor Gray from Hughesville, Maryland. No bigger time to step up and deliver a strike like that for Chattanooga FC, and what a delivery to the back door by the wily veteran Naglestad. He has it on the front side, the left side of the 6-yard box, just beyond it. Chips it, floats it backside. The Maryland native, the Reinhardt University graduate, Taylor Gray, rifles that into the right side of the net and makes it 3-1. A 2-goal lead for Chattanooga with a season on the line in Canada. The 67th minute has arrived between TFC Dos and CFC. Toronto will kick off, and now they're looking at a very different situation. Obviously, the stakes very different for this red club today at home. Playing for pride, playing for their country probably a little bit, right? You're playing against all these American clubs. You want to come up with a victory in Toronto, and in front of your home crowd, you want to come up with a victory to close out the season. Just 2 regular season matches left, but the playoffs are off the table, so the fire might not be there like it was. Chattanooga is playing to make it. Chattanooga is playing to stay alive, and what a story this club has had for years and years. Only one losing season in franchise history. They would not want to start their tenure in MLS Next Pro that way, obviously. And of course, very different level of competition. That goes without saying. 67th minute, about to cave into the 68th. 3-1 Chattanooga FC, a 2-goal lead, fueled by electric scores in this second half. Toronto from the circle, trying the far side. Rodriguez de Oliveira delivered down along the touchline on his left. Chipped around a defender by Toronto. Lucas Alguin looking for the 18, taken back by Logan Brown. He gives it off to the man from Maryland who just scored, Taylor Gray. Gray towards midfield. Naglestad is headhunting the ball out of the air. 68th minute rolling towards the 69th minute of play. 2-goal lead, 3-1 Chattanooga. Garvanyan takes up a pass from Callum Watson as the sun peeks through the clouds and pours down onto the turf in Toronto. Beautiful sunshiny day in Canada. McGrath takes up the ball. He's got it, walking it towards the 18, delivered to the corner. Jesus Ibarra back out front. Watson. Garvanyan rolled across. Jimenez Aranzazu back to Milo. Towards midfield. Chattanooga. Jimenez Aranzazu again. And not liking the look, so Jesus Ibarra will be the one who comes up with it. Logan Brown rolled back towards the keeper. This one chipped, floated close side. Garvanyan touches it over the head of a defender. Callum Watson with the ball. Roped inside of the circle. Alex McGrath to Jesus Ibarra. Chattanooga, they're right over midfield on the attacking side, but taking their time. Alex McGrath fights around a defender. Long outlet pass, and no one's there as we do get the whistle from our referee. Chattanooga FC fighting for their season and showing they've got what it takes with 2 goals in the early stages of the second half. Now we're going to see some changes. Joseph Perez coming onto the field to play. Callum Watson will come off. We're also going to see Luis Garcia Sosa come onto the field to play. Jesse Williams coming off of the field. The international capper for Trinidad and Tobago is out. Perez in his place. Garcia Sosa in place of Callum Watson. Garcia Sosa has been a really electric presence for Chattanooga, originally from Ciudad Juarez in Mexico. Chattanooga will get us started quickly. Long pass up the field. This is Jesus Abada. Down along the end line. Gives it off. The man from Norway tries the centering feed. Chattanooga has it out front. Shot left side. It's 4-1. Goal! Chattanooga makes it 4-1 in the 69th minute. Alex McGrath, the captain from Spennymoor. Chattanooga is lighting up Canada. The 7th goal of the season for the captain. I can't believe it. Chattanooga came to Canada needing 3 points to keep their season alive. They've got 3 goals in the second half. Say hello to the 71st minute, just under 20 left in regulation. Chattanooga is stacking up the goals on the road. What a score by Alex McGrath. Electric. No one is more clutch than Alex McGrath either. I can attest to that. Last season, it felt like he was the best player in American professional soccer down the back stretch, crushing it in NISA with Chattanooga's playoff race hot. Ditto this year in MLSNP. 4-1 Chattanooga FC in the 71st minute of play. Toronto now trailing by a trio of goals at home. They can see the light leaving this match. Toronto going to bend this to the far side, and the ball errantly goes out of play and back to Chattanooga deep in the attacking side. Taylor Gray will throw in. I can't believe the goal we just saw from Chattanooga. This is vintage Chattanooga Football Club. They look fantastic. 4-1 CFC. Chattanooga will throw in. Ball back towards midfield. Logan Brown the one to take it up. He'll deliver through vacant space to Fareed Sarsar. Flicked up to Garvanyan. Hey, let's go of a long pass for Jesus Ibarra, who's down in the corner on the left side, down near the end line. Ibarra out front. He's got Alex McGrath, who just scored. McGrath to the corner of the 6, and it's sent off on a diving save by Marko Stojadinovic. Marko sells out to force the ball out of play. Class of 2004 product. Very young guy still. Nice save by him. 72nd minute, about to give way to the 73rd. We've nearly played 1.25 hours from Canada. Corner kick coming for Chattanooga FC, their second of the match. 4-1 Chattanooga. McGrath will deliver the corner. Garcia Sosa just in play. Here's the delivery, front side of the 6, cleared away by Toronto, regathered by Chattanooga quickly. Jimenez Aranzazu hands it off. Garcia Sosa, who is being pressed on. Now the captain McGrath out front, the man from Norway. Naglestad goes across to the back door. Padez gives this off to Taylor Gray. Joseph Padez, heavily defended, walking it back towards midfield. Chattanooga gives this to Logan Brown. Brown backwards again, all the way to the keeper, who's just on the penalty arc. Long winding pass over the top, and Jonathan Burke puts too much on it as this one sails. 73rd minute, about to close into the 74th in a 3-goal lead for Chattanooga FC. 4-1 from Canada. Chattanooga looking good on the road with their season on the line has certainly come together to answer the call of MLSNP and their fans. And what a crowd that has traveled to Canada for this one as well. A few dozen Chattahooligans in the stands today, as fired up as ever. Instruments and all. Jonathan Burke tries to clear this, taken up by Toronto FC Dos. Here's a pass down towards the corner of the 18 on the right side. Centered back up to Mark Fisher, the man from Michigan. Back door of the 6, Chattanooga's Logan Brown clears it out. The Chattanoogan puts this back towards midfield on the circle. The Canadian comes up with it. Rodriguez de Oliveira leaves it off backwards to Stojadinovic. The Brampton native, long connection forward to Mark Fisher. Fisher, the former Stanford Cardinal, rolls this backwards. De Oliveira back to the close side to Stojadinovic. Came from the Toronto FC Academy, signed to the professional side on January 1st of last year. Now here's a long pass, big collision. The ball pops out and goes to Canada. Staniland back out front. Near the penalty arc, Toronto chips this, floating it into the corner of the 18. Padez cuts it off. Well played in the air. He wins that away from Marcus Simmermancic. Joseph walking his way towards midfield. Padez leaves this off down along the touchline, deep into the corner on the right side. Toronto going to let it go off over the end line. They'll deliver it to Wilson, the keeper, who will put us back underway. Midway through our 5th minute of play, we played 1.25 hours from Canada, where Chattanooga leads by a trio of goals, 4-1 over Toronto FC 2. Gabriel Schrei, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, glad you're with us. The action well underway, and the conclusion coming quickly between these two. We're going to see another change for Chattanooga. Jesus Abada coming out of the match. In his place, Menje Kwak. We're also going to see Toronto make a change. Richard Chukwu is coming out of the match. It looks like we're going to see Christian Fournier in his place. Number 98 coming into the match for Toronto. That could be an academy product, wearing that number today for the first time, though. Check back on that. This one rolls through traffic back to the keeper of Chattanooga, Jonathan Burke, who will calmly pick it up. After a quick fact check, that is not Fortier wearing 98 today. It's Kapoor. Kapoor into the match for Toronto. 76th minute. Closing in on the 77th in a 3-goal match where Chattanooga leads 4-1 over Toronto FC Dos. Toronto from midfield, Rodriguez de Oliveira. Long pass down towards the attacking side on the left. Left off by Simmermancic. Good connection. Down towards the 18. Ball is going to go backwards to Marcus. Simmermancic again with the ball. Left off all the way to Italo. Rodriguez de Oliveira hands that off himself. Stojadinovic trying the far side, looking for some way to rope this through traffic. Rolled back towards midfield and now flicked forward by De Oliveira. Couple of connections. Toronto tries this over the top. Aerial play. Logan Brown rejects it. Garcia Sosa to Jimenez Aranzazu. Chattanooga working this around just beyond their own 18. Garvanyan nearly intercepted. The captain McGrath rolls this across to Logan Brown. 77th minute. Chattanooga with a lead by 3 goals, now clearing this towards midfield. Naglestad is harassed and jostled but stays with the ball. Given off to Garvanyan. Milo pumps now, fires to the close side on a long pass to Menje Kwak. Kwak walking it down the left side towards the 18. He's got it from the penalty arc. Here's a shot deflected away and out of play over the end line by Marko Stojadinovic. This one goes out as we enter the 78th minute of play. Chattanooga with a 3-goal lead and now a set-piece look for the Scenic Cities Club. Chattanooga doing everything right from Canada in their first ever competitive match outside of the United States. Hot, hot, hot with the season on the line. Milo Garvanyan will now deliver from the corner. Garvanyan ropes this out front towards the penalty arc. McGrath, a blast deflected away by Toronto. Rolling into the corner on the close side down on the left of the 18. Chattanooga tries the aerial play, and Fareed Sarsar sees it snatched away by Wilson. 78th minute, say goodbye, say hello to the 79th minute in a 3-goal match. Toronto rolling this towards midfield, couple of connections. Here's a look to Jesus Batiz. He flicks it to the far side, down on the left of the 18. Into the wing with the ball is Simmermancic looking for help inside, and this one lost. Kapoor will throw in. He delivers quickly backwards. Toronto through midfield backwards. Now looking back to get on the attacking side. And it really feels like TFC Dos has lost the wind out of their sails. Chattanooga the intercept at midfield. Long feed by Naglestad. Kwak, a shot deflected by Wilson. This one rolls off over the end line. Chattanooga will have a set piece. What a delivery by Naglestad. Menje able to come up with a steal. It was a 2-on-2 scoring chance. He goes to the veteran, the wily veteran on the back door, and he's able to buy Menje just enough time to create a scoring chance. Sends the ball back to the young guy from South Korea, and Kwak nearly able to finish it all off, but Wilson makes a nice save, uses that length. He's got a huge wingspan, swats it off over the end line. Chattanooga will now try to score on the set piece. 80th minute has arrived. Just over 10 minutes of regulation left to play in a 3-goal match. 4-1 Chattanooga FC from Canada. Must-win football for Chattanooga's club. Garvanyan shouting out to teammates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Navy kits in the 6-yard box. Taylor Gray for Reed Sarsar, Naglestad. Here's the delivery, headed straight up by Mark Fisher. This is just out of the 18. Chattanooga regathers. This is Garvanyan, bends it inside, backdoor the 6. Taylor Gray scores! Taylor Gray gets another goal! 5-1 Chattanooga in the 80th minute. Run it up! Bags of money in Canada for Chattanooga Football Club, who is feeling unstoppable with the season on the line. The second of the day, a brace for Taylor Gray, his 4th goal of the season. What a score for the Maryland native. Unbelievable. Garvanyan roped that over the top, and it's just perfectly delivered to Gray. Gray has got just enough room to put a header on that, perfectly bends it into the frame of the net, and there's nothing Wilson can do. He got a hand on the ball, but no stopping that. That one finds Twine and makes it a 4-goal lead for Chattanooga Football Club, who is ringing it up on the road. Oh, baby. What a score. Chattanooga. 5 goals in today's match, their second most productive outing of 2024. Their first came way back on April 13th in Chattanooga against Inter Miami CF2. That was a 6-2 win. At the time, it made their record 2-0-2. Chattanooga, hot, hot, hot on the road. Could this be a sign of something to come for Chattanooga's football club? A 4-goal lead with 9 minutes left in regulation. This one cut off by Logan Brown as Toronto FC Dose tries to dump this down into the attacking side. On the left of the 18, centering feed. Menjay Kwok nearly cuts it off. Toronto stays with it. Pass back out front of the penalty arc. Delivered deep into the 18. Toronto backdoor. No one there. This one rolls over the end line and back to Chattanooga Football Club. Chattanooga FC, something has stoked their fire entering the second to last match week. Decision day is looming. Certainly no fumbling the bag with a 4-goal lead on the road like this, 5-1. Chattanooga from the end line delivers a long ball down towards midfield. This one rolls all around and will go back into the 18. This certainly makes next weekend much more interesting. I'd like to encourage you now, visit ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. We will see you in person from Fort Finley. And if for some reason you can't be with us, I guess you can listen here and tune in with me. I'll have coverage, CKRN, live of the match. Must win, must win, must win. Chattanooga must overcome the New York Red Bulls to see if they can sneak their way into the back door in the Eastern Conference and make the playoff. Chattanooga, long feed through midfield. Naglestad, a blast, too much on it. This one goes wide and high. McGrath took the ball up at midfield, left it off for the veteran from Norway. He got around Rodriguez de Oliveira, takes an absolute blast from the right side of the penalty arc, but it sails on him 6, maybe 7 feet over the top crossbar. That one goes out of play, and it remains a 4-goal lead for Chattanooga, 5-1, as our 83rd minute is about to close into the 4th. Andreas Jimenez Aranzazu comes off in place of Robert Screen. Screen we've seen limited appearances from this season, wearing number 2 for Chattanooga FC. Toronto puts us back underway. Wilson evades an attacking Naglestad. Nearly had a SportsCenter top 10 worthy goal there. Toronto just outside of their own 18. Naglestad certainly creeping and making things difficult. He is parked inside of the 18. Toronto trying to play this away from Chattanooga. McGrath harassing would-be attackers. This one roped through midfield. On the move, TFC Dose. Long feed to the close side. Dumped towards the 18, battling for it. Garvanyan comes up with it on the end line. Floated over the top, down along the touchline. This one come up with by Londono. Backwards, Toronto to the half circle. And this one to the far side at midfield. TFC Dose looking to get on the attack from left to right. Heavily defended. 3 there for Chattanooga. Left off backwards for Rodriguez de Oliveira. 6 minutes left to play in regulation. We'll certainly see some stoppage time, but I think they could add 15 minutes, and at this point it wouldn't matter. Chattanooga leading 4 goals ahead of Toronto, 5-1, late in the 85th minute of play from Canada. TFC Pass towards the 18-yard box, left off down towards the end line, centering feet out front, and this one blown off sides. The ball back to Chattanooga. All Chattanooga today from Canada. My goodness. What's left this season? Toronto FC does have one match left. They're going to come to the States to take on Crown Legacy FC. That's a 1 o'clock kick next Sunday. And, of course, Chattanooga will take on New York Red Bulls 2, 1 o'clock next Sunday, with a chance, a hope, and a dream of making the MLSNP playoff in their first season as part of the league. If they play like this again, I would say you have to let them in. 4-goal lead in the 86th minute of play. Chattanooga boiling over on the road. Certainly some emotions with the departure of head coach Rod Underwood. They're letting it all hang out. On Friday, a couple of wins posted in MLSNP play. First, MNUFC overcoming Colorado Rapids 1-0. Then Austin FC playing to a draw against Whitecaps FC Dos. They won 5-4 on penalty kicks in the shootout to take 2 points in that. There are 3 other matches going on right now and a few kicking off. One of them kicking off in just moments, SKC and North Texas Soccer Club. Carolina and Huntsville, New York Red Bulls, and New England also kicking off in about 15 minutes. New York Red Bulls obviously one to keep an eye on. Also right now, Chicago leading Columbus 1-0. Crown Legacy leading Inter Miami 4-2. Philly and Atlanta are deadlocked at 1 goal apiece. I'm sure soccer down here is covering that excellent match. 87th minute of play, 5-1, 4-goal differential between Chattanooga and Toronto. Jonathan Burke will be the one to put us back underway for Chattanooga Football Club. About 3.5 minutes left to play in regulation. The question remains, how much stoppage time will these two clubs play? In just a few moments, I'll give you a look at the standings. First, the official standings, then we'll take a look at the live standings on what we're looking at right now. Obviously, a lot of things left to happen this weekend. We've got decision day next weekend, so there's a lot of football left to be played, and I don't want to get too carried away with this, but very exciting moments for Chattanooga FC. Ball through midfield. Taylor Gray steals it away. Long feet. Naglestad just inside of the penalty arc. Here's a shot deflected away by Rodriguez de Oliveira. It goes over the end line and back to Chattanooga. The man from Norway, the leading scorer all time in club history, just deadly on top of the ball. And no one is more deadly on a great set piece than the striker. Naglestad, when I first started covering Chattanooga, I'd say the howitzer every time he'd shoot a ball because it's like a cannon blast, the way the ball comes off of his foot towards the net. Fans thought I had nicknamed him the howitzer for some time. Back underway, 88th minute, midway through, a 4-goal match, Chattanooga and Toronto. Chattanooga way out in front in this must-win match. They're going to walk away with 3 points from this one. Chattanooga has put us back underway, down deep in the corner. Looking to center this up. Big shove. Toronto catches the whistle. Ball will stay with Chattanooga FC. So here's the official standings. As of right now, Chattanooga is actually in 10th place in the Eastern Conference, accounting for last night's matches. So Cincinnati, 51 points. Philadelphia, 49. Toronto, way out, eliminated entirely. Orlando, 46. They're in 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Behind them is Miami, NYCFC 2, Columbus, Crown Legacy FC, and Chicago. Chicago, the 8th in the Eastern Conference as of this morning. Here's a bend for Chattanooga to the close side. Menjay Kwok has it, threatening to score in the late stages. Chattanooga still peppering around the 18-yard box. We're midway through the 89th. Kwok leaves it off for Garvanyan. Toronto steals it away. Back to those standings, so officially that's where we are. Those are the 8th that are in at the season ended at this moment. Obviously matches going on right now. Carolina and Chattanooga both with 40 points, not eliminated. New York Red Bulls are not eliminated at 36 points in league play. Eliminated is Toronto, Atlanta, Huntsville, and New England from the Eastern Conference. As of right now on this match day, Chattanooga's going to take these 3 points for sure. Still some games left to play tonight. Like I said, a lot of football to play today. But with this win, Chattanooga will move up to 7th in the Eastern Conference at 43 points. So they're in by a spot over NYCFC 2, who at the moment, with the live standings, is at 42 points. big win in Canada for Chattanooga. If they can get themselves more than just 1 point in the back door, it really sets them up well for Decision Day. We have got a dramatic conclusion to the season coming up next Sunday. 90th minute, midway over regulation. We've almost played 1.5 hours from Canada. Here's a blast off of a throw-in, and this one, too much on it, goes off of the field. We'll see how much stoppage time our referees will give us in just a moment. A 4-goal lead for Chattanooga, 5-1 in Canada. What a performance on this match day for Chattanooga Football Club. Absolutely unbelievable. They came out and they lit it up. Jonathan Burke will put us back underway as we get the signal for 1 minute of additional time from our fourth official. Just 1 minute of stoppage time. What a beautiful performance on this match day 29 for Chattanooga FC. Unbelievable. Just a reminder, you can be with us for Decision Day, ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Would love to see you at Fort Finley. It's been a really rough week for Appalachia. Lots of flooding around us. The stadium flooded. We had about 2 feet of standing water. The equipment crew went down into the locker room through the water to get the gear so Chattanooga could leave to go to Canada. And absolutely would love to see a great turnout to support these guys, the city, and the club. First ever season in MLSNP with the playoffs on the line. It would be great to see the stadium full. We've almost reached the end of stoppage time. Long feed down towards the 18. Naglestad, and he has it stripped away at the last moment. That's 60 seconds of stoppage time. That is the game. Chattanooga has done it. Chattanooga comes up with an absolutely colossal win in Canada, 5-1. With the season on the line, Chattanooga lets it all hang out. That's what you expect from Chattanooga FC. Unbelievable. A 5-1 victory. The second highest scoring performance of the season for Chattanooga FC, but if you ask me, that's the best performance this club has put together all year. Really unbelievable. The man of the match has to be Jesus Abada. He starts the scoring. He creates an unbelievable assist to Garvanyan. He plays so well on the wings today. He facilitates. He looks good. He's selfless. He's hardworking. He hustles. What a performance for the San Diego native. We'll take a break when we come back. A scoring recap, final thoughts, and we'll send you on your way. CKRN 5-1 Chattanooga wins in Canada.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
5-1. Chattanooga has done it. A commanding victory on the road in Canada in a must-win situation. Entering this match week, including Friday, I should say, this includes games played before today, Chattanooga 40 points in the Eastern Conference. That means they were tied for 10th with Carolina Core, and that victory, if the match day were to end right now, they would be in 7th in the conference at 43 points. There's a lot of football left to play today. They might be pushed out, but this puts them in a great situation to come up with a win at home in Fort Finley after flooding throughout the region facing the hurricane. Chattanooga can make the playoffs in their first year in the league next Sunday. Be with us. It's the 6th, 1 p.m. kick. Get your tickets, ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Recapping today real quick, it all started off with Mr. Jesus Ibarra. He's my player of the day. In the 35th minute, he scores in electric fashion. A really nice feed. Delivered that one. Nothing Wilson could do to slow it down. That took us to the half at 1-0 Chattanooga. We get into that second half, and all of a sudden, Toronto was really hot. We got about a quarter of an hour into that second half of play. Simmer Mancic scores in the 60th minute. That ties us 1-1. It didn't last long. Milo Garvanyan scores on a beautiful delivery from Jesus Ibarra in the 62nd minute. It made it 2-1 Chattanooga. That wasn't enough. 4 minutes later, Taylor Gray scores one of his own. It was his third goal of the season. And in the 66th minute, it then becomes a 2-goal lead for Chattanooga, which you can feel really good about. You know, you've already played an hour of the match. You're leading by a pair. That wasn't enough. 4 more minutes later, the captain from Spennymoor scores his 7th goal of the season. Chattanooga boiling over at this point. 4-1 the lead. Taylor Gray wasn't done yet either. 10 minutes later, we're getting into the late stages of the match. Taylor Gray scores his 4th goal of the season. He makes it a brace on match day 29, makes Chattanooga's lead 5-1 over Toronto, and that's what they carried to the finish line through 1 minute of stoppage time. Chattanooga looking really good. The shots were really close. Chattanooga 17, Toronto 16. Shots on goal 9-7. Toronto leading that category. TFC trailed in blocked shots to Chattanooga 5-3. Total passes 560 for Toronto, 491 for Chattanooga. The accuracy almost deadlocked. 90.3, 90.4. Chattanooga just barely taking that. Corners were 6-5 Toronto. Crosses 11-4. Chattanooga leading that. Offsides 2-1 Toronto. Just a really good mathematical match week for Chattanooga FC. Like I said, maybe their most complete performance all season long, and offensively, their second most productive behind only their win over Inter Miami CF2 at home way back in April. Congratulations to Chattanooga Football Club. 5-1 the final score. An unbelievable victory. Folks, I can't wait to see you with us in Chattanooga, Tennessee next Sunday. We'll see you at 1 o'clock. For CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schreier.
On behalf of both clubs, the fans, Gabriel Schreier, and the entire team at the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, I'm Brian Vale, bidding you farewell. Thank you for tuning in for today's edition of Professional Soccer.
All events airing on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's match will be archived for replay inside of the app or platform where you tuned in. For detailed recaps, highlights, and to secure tickets for upcoming matches, make your way to ChattanoogaFC.com. Stay informed with all of the action and never miss a chance to support your team live from the stands. Do you have game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos when you share them on social media. Are you using team hashtags with your posts? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga Always and hashtag SomosCFC in all of your posts about Chattanooga FC. Let's unite on social media. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Be sure that you're also following us on social media. Connect with Chattanooga FC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Do you have feedback or bright ideas? We're all about making game day the best it can be. If you have suggestions or thoughts on how we can enhance the experience, we're eager to hear them. Drop by our website today to connect with us and submit your suggestions.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Roaches delivers a straight left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front!
This broadcast is a proud product of the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.